Hello, everyone, and welcome to our summer program series. Today is the last day of summer reading. So if you've been reading with us, thank you very much. And if you have some reading boards to turn in, please visit your local library or give us a call so that we can get you all ready with your prizes. Our final prize drawing will take place on Monday. So now that that's out of the way, today we have a special treat, a juggler and comedian. We're going to watch a brief show and then a little instructional video about how to juggle. So we have 10 juggling sets ready to give away, and they will go to the first 10 people who comment on our Facebook event, on either of our Facebook pages that this is on. So if you'd like a set of juggling balls for free, go ahead and give us a comment, and we will arrange getting those to you. All righty. On with the show.
Hey everybody, my name's Sam Malcolm, and I am a professional comedian and juggler, and today I am here to perform for you live on this screen. Now, it's a little bit smaller than some of my other stages, but what counts is that you're here watching and I can give you a great show. I'm a comedian. I travel all over the planet. I've been to Canada, been to Texas. That's about it. But today I'm here to talk to you about juggling. I love juggling. Juggling is one of my favorite things. It's a huge passion of mine to be able to share juggling with people just like you. And I want to show you some of my favorite juggling tricks, and hopefully you'll even be inspired to learn how to juggle. Oh, hey, look at that. Hey, what are you doing here?
Hey there, Sam. I just wanted to tell everybody that I'm also doing a juggling tutorial as well, so stay tuned for that.
Oh, that sounds great. A juggling tutorial.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Excellent. I can't wait to see it.
Have a great time with your show. I'll see you later.
Thank you. All right. So I think I should start off with just a little bit of a warm-up for all of you. Just to get things started, just don't want to overwhelm you with too much really big stuff. Let's start off with something really simple, and that's 3 balls. Now, the balls I use, these are called Russian balls. They're filled with sand, which is cool because they give you a nice little sound effect. Now, I learned how to juggle a long time ago. And when I started juggling, I really wanted to be in the circus. And some of you might have even seen me in a circus. I don't know if anybody here has heard of Cirque du Soleil, but I toured with a different show. Anyway, I learned how to juggle so I could be in the circus. Or rather, I decided I wanted to get really good at juggling so I could be in the circus. And along the way, I learned lots of cool tricks. I'm going to start off with this one. I'll throw one up in the air, I'll spin around in a circle, and I'll catch it. It goes like this. Pretty cool, right? But I can make it even better, see? Because I can throw both of them up, 2 of them. 2 in the air, spin around, catch them both. Hey, that's pretty cool, right? All right, but I got to give you the best that I got. So check this out. I'm going to throw all 3 of these into the air, spin around, catch them all. Hey, look at that. Pretty cool, right? And that's just the first trick, the warm-up, if you will. I've actually been juggling so long, I've learned a lot of really cool stuff. Check it out. So I learned these ones. This is called the claw. That's a really cool one. I like this one a lot, though, where you throw them behind your head. I even learned how to do them behind the back. I could do them some with my arms crossed. And a personal favorite I'll share with all of you today, the juggler's secret. Okay, fine, I'll show you. Three balls, pretty cool, right? But here's the thing. I've actually been a juggler for a very long time. And one of the things that I learned as a juggler is that people want you to be as best as you can be. And what I mean by that is, even now, some of you just watched me juggle 3 balls and you thought, can you do 4? Well, you're in luck. Because here's a 4th ball. And 4 balls looks a little something like this. All right, and I could even do it one after another. You do it really low. But you know, my heart was never really in 4 balls. I always wanted to achieve more. I wanted to do better. Which is why I learned how to do 5 balls. Now, 5 balls took lots of work. Years of dedication. But I actually got good enough that I could even learn a couple tricks. Over the heads. Pretty cool, right? There's actually a lot of really flashy stuff you could do with 5. Gotta be careful when you get a low ceiling. But I want to give you the best juggling I can. What I mean by that is I don't want to just stop at 5 to start this show. No. I'm going to show you the most balls ever juggled inside of my living room. I'm going to juggle 6 balls. All right. Hopefully I can get this on the first try, because if I can't, I'll have to edit the video. 6 balls is actually pretty simple when you think about it. See, remember at the beginning, I juggled 3 balls? All you're doing with 6 balls is juggling 3 balls, but twice, doing 3 in each hand. Looks like this. That's right, 6 balls. Right. So that's just a little bit of juggling. And before we continue, I just wanted to give a big thank you to what makes juggling possible. And that is gravity. You see, gravity is the thing holding us here on the earth. When I jump up, I always come down. If I didn't come down, well, not only would that be a little annoying, but I wouldn't be able to juggle. I'd throw something in there, it would just keep going on forever. So let's all just take a big moment to say thanks to gravity. Thanks, gravity. All right, as I continue, there's so much more to juggling than just juggling a couple balls, right? We can do so many other cool things. For instance, one of my favorites is the ring. Now these are juggling rings. The reason these are called juggling rings is because we're just going to take a moment, if you listen. There they are. All right. Dumb jokes aside. The thing I like about the rings is actually just how versatile they are. See, there's these nice little circles. Put your head through them. You could spin them. You could flip them. You could roll them around your fingers. Roll them over your face. Or you could just juggle them, right? Now, they look a little boring when you throw them like this. But I could even throw them sideways. I think that looks really pretty. All right. I could even flip them. And my favorite of all, the fancy finish with the rings. That's right. Rings. I love these things. But again, the thing I learned as a juggler is that you actually need to learn new stuff all the time. You can't just stop at a ball or a ring, because there's one more really big, impressive thing that everybody always wants to hear about. You're probably thinking of the bowling pins, right? They look like this? No, those aren't bowling pins. We don't juggle bowling pins usually, you know. It's a good way to get kicked out of a bowling alley. The thing jugglers use instead is clubs. Now this is a juggling club. It has this nice shape to it. And this shape means that when you throw it into the air, it flips over on itself. So this is the handle, this is the bulb. When I throw it up, it flips. Basic physics. It's heavier on this end than it is on this end. That imbalance means that it pivots right around the center. So when you throw the club up, it spins. Throw the club up, and it spins. Throw it up, and it spins. You can even spin around your finger. But you don't want to just see me throwing one club, right? You want to see all three of them. And that looks a little something like this. Now, I think these are really cool. There's lots of cool stuff you can do with them, right? Roll them over the head. Throw them over the shoulder. You can even spin them a bunch. Haha, they look real pretty too, the way they reflect the light. But one of my favorites isn't with just the clubs. You see, learning how to juggle a flipping object means you could learn so many other things. Now, what I'm about to show all of you, you have to promise me. I mean it right now. Look at your screen. Promise me. You will not try at home. I do not want any of you trying what I'm about to show you today, because I'm about to switch these clubs out for something even crazier that flips around. That's right. I'm going to turn these clubs into knives. Now, what I have here are 3 razor-sharp machetes. I took these out of my kitchen, and I'm going to juggle them for you. The thing is, again, these are very, very sharp, and I am a professional juggler. I'm a trained professional. I've been doing this for a very long time. So again, please do not try this at home. I will show you my favorite tricks with these 3 simple knives. And by all means, if there's anything you like, you know, if we were doing this show live, I would love it if everybody was like cheering and screaming and clapping and let me know they're just having a great time. But since, you know, I'm not here in front of you and you're not in front of me, the next best thing is if you just cheer and clap anyway. Yeah, go ahead. Just go ahead. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds great. You're doing awesome. Thank you. Okay, so my favorite tricks with the knives. I'm going to start with this one. I'll take this knife. I'll place it on my foot right here. Put it on my foot, just like this. Kick it into the air, catch it, and juggle. Now, if this works, it's going to be really, really impressive and cool and amazing. And if I mess up, it's going to break this window, which will be slightly less amazing. Wish me luck. Hey, look at that, we got it. That's pretty cool, right? Thank you, thank you. Now, I learned how to juggle knives from my brother. My older brother taught me how to juggle knives when I was just a little boy. About 20 years ago, my brother taught me how to juggle, and he taught me how to juggle with these knives, and he did that because he was kind of a jerk. And he didn't really know how to juggle that well either. He just kind of chased me around the yard all the time. Anyway, so I learned these tricks from my brother. He showed me this first one. It goes under the leg. All right. Under the other leg. All right. Showed me under the arm. The other arm. And finally, both arms. Yeah. So knife juggling is pretty cool stuff, but I can make it a little more impressive. However, it does make it just a little bit more dangerous. So again, don't try this at home. Here's all we're going to do. I'm going to take this knife, and instead of just throwing it like normal, I'm going to roll it across my face. And to add to the suspense, I'll roll it across my other face. Now, finally, all the faces. Hey, that's pretty cool, right? All right, so here's the thing. I said I could make it better. That last one is actually, it gets a little bit harder. It doesn't look like it when you're watching on a video, but this is like one of the hardest things I've learned, because juggling is so much more than just throwing stuff. So check this out. Throwing turns into balancing. Look at that. Got the knife balanced on my face. Let's make it a little harder. Get a little lower. Okay. Now the hardest part. So when I stand up, I'll attempt to drop this knife down and keep juggling. All right, yes, thank you. Thank you, please contain your applause. But that was pretty cool, right? Yeah, balancing is actually juggling as well. Just, it's not what people expect. And I'll take a quick break from the knives to show you that too, right? So look, I'll turn the knives back into a club. And if you want to practice this, you can go ahead and try it with like a broom or something. But all you're going to do is you're going to take your broom or your club or your baseball bat or whatever it is, you're going to place it on your hand, and you're going to look at the very top right here. And look, my hand's flat, right? My hand's flat. You're just going to balance it with your hand. Keep it right there. So that's all I'm doing with the knife on my face, except I'm doing it with my face. So the same thing applies. Place it on your chin, your nose, your forehead. You look at the very top, right? That took me a long time to learn. With a little bit of practice, you can get this too. All right, pretty cool, right? Okay, so let's get back to the juggling, right? Okay, good. Got the knives back. So I learn lots of cool stuff all the time. And the reason I wanted to show all you that is because I think it's actually really important to learn new stuff every day. And that doesn't just apply for juggling. That applies for everything you do in life. I try to learn new stuff all the time. And I'm going to show you some of the other stuff I've been learning lately. I'll show you with the juggling. This first one I learned from my best friend. He's a black belt in karate. Hiya! That's right. I learned that stupid joke from him. No, it is a really cool trick, though. Check it out. This one is called chops. Hey, how about that, huh? Yeah, some of it took me a long time to learn, but I kept trying and I figured it out. But there's other cool stuff too. See, you can't just do the dangerous stuff. Sometimes you got to do something just because it's pretty, just because you like it. Like this one, the flourish. Yeah, but then other times you get a little tired, and you just need to take a break. Like it's so much work flipping these knives around. Just need to relax. Okay. Now, this next one I'm still learning. It's a little bit harder. To do it, I got to get a little bit lower again. And I might mess up, but that's okay, because one of the things about learning new stuff is that you're going to mess up, and that's all right. I hope I don't mess up with these, but you got to understand, you got to make mistakes sometimes. So let's try it. I'll throw the knives. Over the head. Yeah. Which brings me to the last trick of this show. Aww. I've shown you my favorite tricks with the knives. I've shown you some of the cool things I could do with clubs and rings and balls. But the hardest one, the one that I've saved for last, is I'm going to juggle these knives behind my back. That's right. I will like to say this, though. If you enjoyed this show, please, 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 please leave a comment. Say, hey, I had a great time. Let other people know that you had fun, and you had fun with me, because I love entertaining people just like you. And also, if you don't learn how to juggle, check out the tutorial video. It's awesome. All right, here it is. 3 knives behind the back. Now, I can't do it for very long, so wish me luck. Yes! All right. Hey, let's get rid of these again. Okay, thank you so much. My name is Sam Malcolm, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation for all of you today. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you at that tutorial. Have a great one. Bye.
All right, so that was the first part, Sam Malcolm's show. I couldn't help it. I was cheering and clapping here in the library because I love juggling, and that was so amazing. So let me juggle these two videos and see if I can get the tutorial online. So hang in there for just a moment while I put up the cat and get the tutorial up. Get 3 beanbags if you have them. All right, so are you ready for a little bit of learning? So this is going to be up on our Facebook page. It's also on our YouTube channel, so you can keep coming back to it for reference as you get your juggling balls and practice, practice, practice. All right, let's get started.
Hey there, everybody. I'm professional juggler and comedian Sam Malcolm, and today I'm going to teach you how to juggle. Just a few easy steps. I'm going to start off by teaching you all how to do 3 balls, and then maybe we can go from there. Before we get started, I should just cover a few basics. The thing we're going to learn with today is the basic ball juggling. But there's so much other juggling that you could learn as well, such as ring juggling, club juggling, and even all 3. Now, before we begin, you're going to need something. It's really simple, pretty obvious. You're going to need 3 balls. Now, you're probably thinking, oh, man, I don't have 3 juggling balls. How am I going to do this? That's okay, because we can improvise. That's one of the things juggling teaches you. It teaches you how to think quick, how to adapt, which is why I recommend using either 3 balled up pairs of socks. Yeah, just a couple pairs of socks. That'll do it. Some fruit. Oh, look at that, like an apple or an orange, or I suppose you could use a banana or a papaya or a star fruit, or a cantaloupe or a watermelon. That's getting a little weird. Let's cut those out. Okay. Really, you just need something that's round that you can hold easily. So a baseball would work, a tennis ball, a water balloon, an egg, but you know, if you break either of the last 2, that's on you, not on me. Full disclosure. So let's begin. Real simply, we're just going to start with a single ball. Now, this might seem really basic. This might seem below your skill level, but trust me, the fundamentals are the most important part. And we should start at the very beginning. The most fundamental step to juggling, which is throwing a single ball. Let's begin.
Now, it might sound simple, but all you're really going to do is throw that ball back and forth. Look at that. Throw it up into the air, let it fall down, and catch. Practice this till you get bored. Practice it till your arms get tired. Practice it till your eyes get tired. This basic fundamental skill is the key to your success as a juggler moving forward. The better you can throw that single ball and catch it without looking, the better juggler you're going to become. As you throw, make sure the ball goes slightly above your head. You don't want it to go too low, but you don't want it to go too high. It also helps to make sure your feet are shoulder width apart, your knees are slightly bent, your shoulders are loose, and you're scooping from the outside inward with your elbows next to your sides. These scooping motions might not seem important, but it will help you later on if you do want to learn more. All right, so keep throwing that ball, practicing, and then let's move on.
You're doing awesome. Now I think we're ready for 2 balls.
Now this is going to start out just like before. Throw the first ball, except this time, when that first ball starts coming down, you're going to get ready and you're going to throw that second ball exactly the same, right underneath it. Repeat on the other side. Throw that first one, and look at that, it's coming down. So get ready to throw the second ball now. Perfect. It's real simple. Just try to keep a steady rhythm. If you need to, you can say it in your head. Throw, throw. Throw, throw. throw, throw. Now, a lot of people like to skip ahead by just passing it underneath. This is not juggling. I'm really sorry. This is just passing 2 balls around. But that's okay. Keep practicing all the other ways. You'll get it, I promise.
All right, with 2 balls down, solid, or rather, to the point that you're comfortable. Now we can finally get started on 3 balls.
This is it, the big moment you've been training for. Now, it might seem like a lot, but I promise you're just about ready. So just go slow. Remember, the hand that's holding 2 balls is the one that throws first. And relax. It's totally okay to drop as well. You got to drop sometimes to get better. You got to make mistakes to learn. So let's do it. Now, remember with 2 balls where when you threw the first one, you got ready as it came down to throw the second one? This is exactly the same, except now when you throw that second ball, you've got to get ready to throw a third ball and repeat it. Yeah, I know. It feels really fast the first try. So, hey, why not slow it down a little bit for you? Let's watch this in slow-mo. So if you watch carefully, we just throw the first ball, throw the second ball, throw the third ball, and catch. Now, we can't slow down time in real life, but the next best thing is just making sure you throw a little bit higher. If you feel rushed, just try throwing it a little bit higher above your head. Usually, the easiest way to get better is to just throw them higher and higher and higher. After you get the hang of throwing all 3, you just keep going. Just keep adding a throw. See how long you could do it.
All right, so maybe you don't get 3 balls right away. That's okay. It took me a few weeks before I could really do 3 balls easily. So it might take you a little bit longer, and it might happen really quickly. You can't let it discourage you. But I will add that once you get 3 balls, that's when you really can get excited, because now you could start learning tricks. And I think that I want to show you just a couple of those tricks too. So if you guys are ready, let's get those 3 balls back out and check these out. Here's just a couple of the basic tricks that I can teach all of you real quickly. This first one, this is called an outside throw. Now to do this, instead of throwing on the inside, throw on the outside. So you scoop outwards and outwards and outwards. Another good one is 1 up and 2 up. Now 1 up, 2 up is about as simple as it sounds. It's 1 in the air and then 2 in the air. You can start with 2 balls, just like that. Real simple, right? Now let's make it a little bit harder. You're gonna throw 2 of the balls in the air, and then when they start to come down, you're gonna clap your hands. Looks like this. And that gets you ready, that clap, for throwing that other ball. So it should go up, 1 up, 2.
All right, I slowed this one down a little too, just to show you something. If you look at that single ball, that one in the middle, I'm actually throwing it back and forth between my hands. You don't have to do this, but I found that it makes it a lot easier for me to practice if I work on both sides at the same time. So I just go from right to left with that one, bounces in between, and it's kind of a fun trick, but you can mix it up, whatever feels right. You can even combine it with that outside throw that I showed you before. So check it out. Outside throw goes around it. Just makes it a little bit more fun. Here I'm passing it across. Now, that's a little bit harder, but, you know, just try new stuff. That's the key.
Okay, so now that we've covered the basics of 3 balls, I figured some of you probably want to learn how to juggle 4, right? Now, it sounds really difficult and maybe you're not quite ready. That's okay. You can still keep working on 3. But if you want to give it a try, I think it's really fun and it never hurts to know more, you know? That's one of the great things about libraries too, is there's always tons of information. There's always tons of new things to learn. Juggling's the same way. There's always new things to learn. So let's get 2 balls in each hand. Now, unlike with juggling 3 balls, where they cross back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, 4 balls is a little simpler because they just stay on the same side. I'm not actually juggling 4 balls. I'm actually juggling 2 balls in each hand at the same time. Now, it might sound confusing, but just watch.
See these 2 balls? They're just going to go up from the inside and back out to the same hand. It's a lot like that 1-up, 2-up trick you just learned with 3 balls, in fact. Think about it. Let's slow it down. Look at that. Just 2 up, 2 up, 2 up, 2 up. Now, this is a little bit more difficult, but luckily, there's some cool ways that we can slow it down and even break it down to make it even easier than before. Here, check this out.
Now, to practice this, you just do those nice inside throws, just like before.
So you really just have to practice 2 balls in 1 hand, which is honestly just a little bit easier than juggling 3 balls with 2 hands. So yeah, just give it a try.
Make sure you do both sides. And then, just a flash. You can even try doing one of them after the other. This is called asynchronous. All right, and that's it. That's about everything you need to know to start off your life as a juggler. But if you do want to know more, check this out. One of my very best friends actually just wrote a book on juggling. It's called Juggling, What It Is and How to Do It. You could pick up this book and it has so much information on everything you never even thought you needed to know about juggling. So if you want to become an advanced juggler, I highly recommend checking out this book at your local library. All right, my name is Sam Malcolm, and that's been my tutorial. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a great day.
All right, I hope some of you were trying to juggle. Juggling is really fun. I actually know because I learned how, not today, but many years ago. So I can't wait to hear from you on if you are juggling at home. Just a quick reminder, the first 10 people to comment on this video on our Facebook page or YouTube channel will get a free set of 3 juggling balls so that you can start practicing. All right. Quick reminder, sign up for summer reading. Make sure to call the library, get your hours in, because today is the last day, and we will do final prize drawings on Monday. So thank you very much, and have a great day. Goodbye, everyone.